Hey, what's going on, Mayhem family? Today we're talking about the press shape. So let's talk about where we see this. We see this press shape on chest to bar. We see this obviously bench press, dips, finish position for rowing, burpees, push-ups, chaturanga if you did that. But basically when the shoulders are coming back into extension and the arm is not long, but it's bent, that's our short lever press extension position. And the problem with missing this is that I tend to do this. And so on rowing, for example, we end up short and we have to pull high and we lose a lot of efficiency. In running, we end up running around our shoulders, for example, when we should be running and having the shoulder extension to be able to translate backwards. So I'm going to show you a couple ways that are sneaky to improve this press archetype. In this situation, we're going after short lever press, again, bent arm. So the first one is a soft tissue mobilization, and we're going to address the soft tissues of the trunk. And one of the things that happens is that if I get tacked down the lateral chest wall, I don't have the just sort of raw range to be able to access this. Part of that tissue system is the serratus anterior, which we know is parts of the sort of big muscle that pulls that scap forward. But we do enough work in this kind of training environment that it's easy to become limited here between the lat and the chest wall and the pecs and the chest wall. So we're gonna go after this tissue system. And the easiest way to do that is get a roller, get comfortable on your side, and then right here into the side boob, the side pec. We're gonna come forward and we're going to address some of that soft tissue restriction musculature. Now, this is sensitive because you're right on your ribs, but all of this serratus here can be a big limiter. So being able to scrub back and forth, being able to tack and create that rotation, basically I'm peeling out, getting this as tight as possible and then trying to peel it off. I can do the same kind of classic figure eights that we're known for here on the lat. And I can obviously come in and address the lat and work on some shoulder function, just pushing that shoulder out, pulling it back. As I turn my hand up, winds that tissue up a little bit further. So it's easy to have a big impact in here and trying to, again, can I address this soft tissue system of the pec, the serratus, and I've got like some of the teres back here, the lat. It's this big kind of intersection of a lot. And just a little bit of mobilizing here, some contract, relax, getting onto the chest wall and scrubbing will do a lot to just improve the access back here because these tissues get stiff and then your brain starts to perceive this as a flat spot. All right, so that's homework number one. 3 to 5 minutes of that post, fantastic, or you can do this couplet together. Then we're gonna also work on the press bully. And if you wanna see more, go to the app. But this is part of our bully series. What I do is I set the band up just about shoulder height. It's kind of running parallel with the forearm. And I'm just gonna put some load into this thing. And I keep it nice and tight, load it up, and I'm just kind of holding it here. Now watch what happens. As I let go and turn away, the hand starts to move out and I start to move into a position that looks like an arm bar with a kettlebell. So don't fly the rib cage, keep the rib cage down and just let the hand turn out. And then the load is actually dragging that whole system. And look what we just mobilized here. The tissue of the sidewall, if you hit me with a pin, I would explode, right? And what you're seeing is like, wow, this is super tight and it's hard to load this up. So in this position, I can keep turning, adding some external rotation here, and you can just start to play with this, dragging that scapula to your other pocket. It feels like your scapula's in a car accident. And then I can just do some contract relax here. Huge breath in, try to access this, push into this, push, 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 relax, turn a little bit further. I'm just rotating away, feeling that whole arm scapular contractile field drop to the other side. Big breaths. And then push, 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 relax, rotate away further. And you start to see that, holy moly, all of a sudden, whoa, that's better. I can access this. My external rotation improved in this shape. And I start to even see things like my thoracic rotation improve. This is as far as I go this way and this way, or I can go a lot further. So addressing that contractile field is a useful way of thinking about improving this shape. So it's more effortless to row. And a good pathognomonic is that if you're rowing and your arms start to pump out a little bit, you need to work on this press archetype. Fluency here makes push-ups easier, hand release, chest to bar, it's all better. Improve your press, improve your life. See you next week.